The story begins with Maine. You're chasing something. When this world. It's the intersection between this world and the world beyond. Each person's salary is very small. It's hard to get to know or make friends. Distracted magic leads to people living in disarray. So there's a lot of theft going on. I just talked about the main male. Name Leonardo. They were also caught in the attacks of bandits. When you wake up. I met someone I didn't know. But he's looking for Leonardo. Go back to before. Leonardo is just a guy. I am 7 years old and looking for a job. Just make you not sad. Every day there's a camera inside with a picture of her sister. Without paying attention to the camera, Leo's wings didn't fly. Leo immediately chased him. Again hit a robbery. And it was here that Leo met the armor man. He's from an organization called Lisa. I want to invite Leonardo to join me. Very fast Leo went to Libra's headquarters. Meet the boss named Cloud and above. But they realize they've invited the wrong person. Leo wanted to know something, though, because he was curious. Suddenly, the robber was arrested. Immediately a strange creature appears killing the whole fight. The person who did this is called Fame. He is known to rule the land of Jerusalem. A fool with toys. Always finding strange pleasures to be someone else. Very upset with him. So he prepared a game. Immediately a creature came out. From the monkey attack to the headquarters. Fortunately no one was injured. The roof is no more. But the armor thinks Leo's a spy. Fortunately, it's not because of the loser. Leo doesn't have the same power as before. The gate opens. The world over there is right inside the monkey. So I chased him. Leo was in class. Ask Leo because you can see the creature. Because the naked eye can't see it. What Leo needed was 6 months ago. Leo once went out with his family. There's one I can't go. I have 2 feet, but I hope one day you will. Girls can go. Then something unexpected happens. A mysterious creature appears for Leo and his sister. A fair exchange wanting to save my brother. Leo traded his eyes for his legs. But she used her body in exchange for Leo's eyes. That's why. Leo has lost his sister. And your eyes aren't as normal as everyone else's. But not the old story. They were attacked by JLPD Special Forces. They want to dump everything on the bra. He also played with them and Theo promised to help Leo. And immediately a bunch of robots landed. However, a punch from the 11th consciousness kills 2 at the same time. I'm still trying to chase the monkey. When everything has an observer. The Kia group split up. Leo now has the same armor. He also chased after the monkey. They had to bring it back to normal. Or something will happen when the gate is opened. But immediately, the car was cut in 2. And a creature appears to attack. Fortunately, it was stopped in time. But its goal is that the monkey runs out of sugar. Armor must take out your weapon. Lipo Ra and activate the fire sword. Time for Leo. And immediately the armor Lao came like a god. Cut the creature into pieces. But it's resilient. Immediately the armor used the serum as a silk to prevent a small fire that easily kills the creature. The rest is Leo's turn. You use your eyes. I saw the chip inside the monkey's head. Immediately use a gun to destroy it. Then the family's fun is over. The monkey was named Sonic. After that, Leo joined Libra. But nothing new armor has attacked close. Immediately knocked unconscious but on to the main issue. Who have eyes similar to Leonardo's? You can look at the past or the future. It's not authentic information. That the eyes are considered priceless. That's what Starface knows. Leo is currently working on Siberia Pisa. But the buyer no other AI is armor. I'm playing with 10 girls a night. I don't know if the armor is too free. All day causing trouble. Leo couldn't deliver a piece of cake. On the way, Leo discovered something strange. That's the truck in front of you. With normal eye armor will not be able. It's Leo's eyes. That car is a monster in shape. When I found out Leo was paying attention, you left immediately because you didn't want any trouble. After all, they attacked immediately. The armor had even a slash before. That's when the armor smeared Leo with blood. Before I fall into a trance. When Leo woke up, he was put in the car. It's on its way to the other side. But at Lipra headquarters right now. I didn't know Leo was in danger. When Leo went to the other side, they're so tied up that Leo can't get out of here. So you were screaming outside. Lipra finally knows. They're going to use the serum of armor as an object. Lead the way to where Leo is being held. A car comparable to Lamborghini has appeared. That function can go to the other side of the world. But the monsters knew how to ask for it. But Leo didn't know anything. Just before Leo was about to be killed, you used it. To the power of the eyes to evoke old memories. It was the time of the Lisa brothers. It also determines the location of the rapids. Immediately a monster is defeated. I got a punch from the cloud. Get a ticket to see naked chickens. Not only that but Leo Ra Team Lisa. He saved more people. Taken by monsters to the other side of the world. But Leonardo was hospitalized. Too many injuries from car accidents. But you finally recovered and got out of the hospital safely. The reason for armor or destruction. It's all about protecting you from monsters. No god has time to fuck Leo. It is better to go out with girls instead. Too boring. After time in the room Leo went to a strange place. It was there that Leo met a girl named Oi. I thought it was a ghost but it looked normal. But it's a dream. When I woke up, a giant monster appeared. And Leo had just a few minutes to sort out his stuff. And early in the morning Cloud was playing chess with a master. While Leo still hasn't slept well. When Leo's house was evicted by the landlord. To upgrade to a luxury hotel. Though, Libra can provide additional living fees for Leonardo, but he just wanted to use the salary he earned. Every day accidentally bordered. He sat up straight on Leo's head. Make small wins completely. Can't resist. It was only recently that there was an attacker. That's immediately bordered. Give me a ticket to see you. Then go to. Carrying a video of a creature being taken down. I don't know who the killer is. Want to know more information? That Starface has assigned to. And armor investigation while close still playing chess. Until now new armor wonder at South Sonic here. When you realize you're sitting on top of Leo. Fortunately, the boy is still alive. Then, the whole team started looking for even the tiniest clue. But there's no information. But now that video has been streamed around the world. Underground then all the way to group selection. Lisa has only to walk to the other side of the world to find. Then they met the celebrity. Will accompany you on this trip. When you're strong enough to survive the afterlife. That on the way met the person named Un on her. I don't know why I'm here. So Cloud gave Un advice on her. Back to the fact Un on her come here as something. And they're both looking for someone with a name. John Ariel in. One of the most prominent bosses in the world over there. Cloud is a very welcome guest. The one above you is new. John Ali Enley was surprised he could go so far. Like this. That's when John Ali took out the chessboard. To compete with both. Close objected. When John Arounel was going to play 2 games today. The Unenco flag is a property of humanity. If playing too much makes John Ali Enley lose his mind, it would be a great loss to the human world. But John Ali still decided to play 2 battles. The road is over today. That Cloud has to advice for Unon. You're not screened. Then the match happened. If the requirement is met, that John Aonley proposed. The player may want something they like. Unenco is no exception and he wants to handle close. Because they think they're monsters. Causing human danger. Consistently John Ariel Enla. It will also take 10 lives if Uninkonko loses. Then the match started. But Uninkonko doesn't know that. I have lost since I bet. Because in this Fey Pros, the competition is getting more and more complicated, the level of difficulty. More and more. Very quickly Unsenko played to the 3rd act. But I can't stand it. Pro Fey is like a curse. If not strong enough. No way I can beat John Ariel Enla. Immediately Untransco lost the fight. Just played for 2 minutes. Because the human brain is completely incompetent. That now Unsenko will be taken away. Life is closed. I'm going to play chess to save Ultranko's life. Then another battle happened. It takes 90 hours for the Cloud to be fully operational. And save Ulchenko. Very quickly the match started. Just arrived at the close of 14, sweating profusely. But that's still nothing. In turn many other chessboards appear. The Clouds are also close to the limit. Very fast Clouds have also achieved the requirement. I have in my hands the information I am looking for. The investigation team acted immediately. The Clouds went to rest. I haven't seen the Cloud play chess since. It's done. Go back to your friend. White is having fun. When inside are beautiful pictures taken by Leo. This is normal. Because White's been stuck here for 3 years. And can't get out. The next morning Leo had to go to work. But it seems a little wrong. When this is a bar that Leo's never been to before. Stand in a place. Leo was picked up by a man named Patrick to play around with. By the way Cloud wants to ask Leo Sao to rejoin. Leo wants to know a lot. Especially when I met someone this morning. Glowing out the bright red wings. That immediately the entire assembly came to Leo. Leo still doesn't know what he saw. But everyone's face is serious. That guy is a pie. But the invisible. Few people can see it, but Leo can. With these eyes, Libra's search for information will skyrocket. Now they need an expert. But that person scares people. Call the rooms. The boss sees him as his teacher. But very unlucky. For the first time, the blood flowed. Leo is lying on the ground. And so they get to the point. Leo's eyes are of the Holy Spirit. That Agrome's used first aid. Cover your eyes and take out a hand. But it's not normal that Kai is having problems. Related to Order 13 made 47 elite agents suffer it. Get a ticket to the King of Hell. They do this only to get a sample of the paper that's inside the arm that you're holding. Suspect of a name. The man who made Order 13. So Agromes wants Leonardo's help. Then the words appeared, but they knocked Leo down. Something strange happened in your eyes. When the strange creatures attacked, they were dealt with by a bros. But it seems that Agrom is overused. You have to be careful because Agromes are too bad. There's also a high level of danger. Leo was resting because he was working too hard. Because they need Leo's eyes. Just completed this case. Very quickly the ship went to the center Ignatius is. At the beginning of the video to do the investigation. Use the eyes of the Holy Spirit. To conduct a search for the immortal. Nothingness right here. Leo will have to observe exactly what is known. There are 13 creatures. But with the eyes of the Holy Spirit. Leo ignored him because there was so much here. Immediately another liver group. Has acted. There's plus Chris underneath the wagon. There's been a lot of robots coming in, but they haven't gone out. I don't want to waste my life. Fame and Starface went in to encounter 2 names. It was also dropped quickly. But just the beginning. There's a lot of people behind them and eventually their boss. Very quickly the mediocre ones are all taken down. That Starface Lao came to give for purple hair. Even a kick doesn't work. The bullet of fame shot them. It's not boring. On the contrary, she gave them both a powerful blow. See teammates like that as Cloud. I'm very upset and I'm going to find them and deal with them. This is also normal. Because this is a vampire whose blood will become very powerful. Even if it is weak. Starface was not afraid of the reinforcements. A train has passed by. I don't know when the cloud came out. Punch the guy in the back. The pink hair is also closed. Immediately. The bike is sealed inside the cross. But right now, the vampire Kia is White's brother. The next day, Leo visited White. But this time you're a little mad at Leo. The boy doesn't know why. I have no problem with that, Leo. I started my pizza delivery business. That the armor heard Leo talking shit also beat Cho. He also worked with Leo. It's a fast delivery driver. You can't beat the hammock with high spinning the car. But Leo still had to call his armor. However, a large bulk container was destroyed. It was crushed by the truck. Leo Theo 36 next grandfather taught dragonflies or top books. Or they'll both be crushed by the car. I saw the car on the Amazon's news. I know that Allegor is here to find Hammer. So Class and Alice came to open the handcuffs for Hammer. But the rooms are attacked by serological parasites. But was stopped by Hammer. The monster in me was in time. That the target. Allegora came here to get her artwork. There is always something going on outside. Leo suddenly couldn't hold on and threw out. I was lucky to be stuck on the truck. And can't get out. That's it. He still takes time to call his family. But Leo was seen by Allegora. But let's go inside to get a statement. And knew that Allegora was doing this just to get the hammer. Use the ability to teleport. From normal hammer to child shape. The monster inside. From there, Allegora begins to chop the hammer into several crushed pieces. Into fresh meat. To drink to scare Leo almost piss his pants off. The driver also rushed to the class car. But I don't mind. Turned into a monster, rushed to throw his punch. Sorry, it's just stainless steel mosquito bites. Immediately bounced back a few kilometers. But it worked. Stop the monster for a moment. So Hammer's going to have to throw a second punch. Because a tree doesn't. The whole Libra team will help. Now the driver is also working to find Hammer. With cannonballs in the air. Cause the driver doesn't have a scratch. To avoid any obstructions. Allegora has released countless mosquitoes to attack. But was stopped by the Famil's shells. It's time for Starface. You let the driver miss a long way. And then you're hit by the cloud's trap. And you put the car in the air. With beautiful points like this hammer. He used all his strength. I can't stop the monster from flying it back to its production site. But the consequences of driving. Many buildings were destroyed. Leo is safe. Leo was also released. He started his own business, but he didn't want to ignore it. White to one side. Leo risked taking White on a tour of the city. Just to make White happier. This was the first time White cried. Because it's too emotional. But by Leonardo for advice. White just stopped. The next morning for a delicious breakfast. That Leo went to buy a hamburger. Like many days. The city is normal. But there's a hidden corner of the wise. Not high. Accidentally a dazed uncle crosses the road. The end was hit by a car. But nothing. Reason. I just wanted to ask Leo for a piece of cake to eat. But he was not scolded by the owner of the car. Give a fight for the crime of blocking the road. They're lucky they're also hamburger sellers. He sold it to his uncle for an exorbitant price. Enough to buy twice that amount. Leo then returned, but the armor was lying on the ground. All day, boss. Buy too much. They also get 100-sided stretch marks. Reminds me of my uncle in the morning. But when I find out, Leo had to hear a series of words about greedy people. From uncle according to what Leo knows uncle to Nay J.A. Old people like to eat hamburgers. Leo ran out of profit when Neji bought hamburgers at exorbitant prices. Should instead. Leo will buy help avoid scam happening. Time goes by. Until the last day. Neji has received a 100-sided stretch mark. Until the day. The swindlers were shot in the face by the boss. Trading too little. So afraid of that, they went to Neji. In order to vent his anger on Neji. That made Neji explode, creating a red smoke. It makes people around you unconscious. The next day Leo came looking for Neji. But you didn't see him at all today. That. Many people have passed out to the ears of Libra. When I heard about it, Leo frantically searches for it because he suspects that Neji made Ra. Leo found it too, but he was knocked unconscious by 2 Kia. Monkey wakes up Neji has been violently tortured. Very quickly Neji turned red. When the Kia tried to kill Neji, Leo stopped them. Then the Kia have to start again. But Neji didn't want to forget Leo at all. Neji is in danger. Leo used the eyes. You made them angry. Give Leo a good fight. That's reached Neji's limit. That immediately an explosion breaks out. Leo was later admitted to the hospital for treatment. But the memory of 2 weeks ago, Leo has forgotten. The day I went to buy a hamburger, old memories came back. Neji also appeared asking for a piece of cake. This time instead of not letting Leo give Neji one. Then Leo visited White. But this time he met the one before Kia. Is determined to unpack pie. Black is a normal person. White's brother. Then the two went out to eat. And Black's happy to see Leo. When by the way, Leo's still wondering about White, what to do about it. She's been confined to the hospital for 3 years. Black says White has heart disease. But it didn't stop her from being naughty. Very similar to Leo's sister. And now she's not alive. When you see why, Leo, I want to help but unintentionally. The employee accidentally spilled a glass of water. In that moment, Black caught it in time, no water in Leo's face. And then Leo came back. But what you're wondering is, 2 faces between vampire names. It's all the same. There's something new coming to the headquarters. As a result, the boy was tortured. Armor flies that go crazy cause debt piling up. You're surrounded right now. By the monsters. Leo and Close also set out for that, but normal weapons. It doesn't work on the armor, but there's still the last boss behind. The external cloud has arrived. You can't speak softly. The janitor was also executed. Both of you slowly go inside. But there's a battle going on right now. As soon as the battle is over, Close was dragged into the ring. You never know. Even though the judge knew the clouds were coming to find the armor. But you have to fight to find the armor. Very quickly competitors of the cloud appear. It's called Greener and it's cool. The true identity of the clouds is unknown. Dance me very much. The ranger was killed by another monster. I want to fight with Close. However there is two. It's just stainless steel mosquito bites. It is immediately closed. That the opponent is smart enough to resist. With body not allowed. Leo didn't. What do you think? You walk into the corner and you run into river. See Leo range get out. I'm going with the cloud and the armor is getting into this. What Leo asked. The people who come here just want the blood to come out. Explained by River. Because this is a violent world of punches. This is too normal. And now the cloud is colliding with someone else. However, with a punch to the stomach and a grim hook, the opponent is easily defeated. That brought back a lot of money. I don't know if the boy is here or wants to be here. Cloud to make some money. The boss is always fighting. I forgot about the beginning. Causing many opponents to emergency. Right after the closest punch. I don't want to lose any more money. Osmondo has come out to fight himself. He is also the boss here. He was too big for the cloud to fight. But Osmondo attacked. Only the cloud responded. Countless punches thrown out but they are equally talented. The clouds are like a pan. Anne is sure to do Osmondo as well. I rolled into a tornado. But that much can't be closed. When you're both attacking and defending. But it's too much. Throw a punch. Flying the Osmondo head to reveal the serum organism. Leo stopped him, but too late. Close was sucked and beaten. After that armor was wholeheartedly sorry. The cloud is the boss who doesn't he care. They both went out together and left Leo behind. On the way to Black. So Leo took Black home at his own risk. Leo doesn't know. Black is actually a bike. The organization of T-Fame. Move the scene to the next day. After playing a girl in bed. I went out somewhere else because it was too easy. The normal days go by. Leading up to now. Your stomach has eaten so much. I just want to see my crush. But it's time for Lisa to work out of town. There was a Rich Plus. And he's fighting another hunter. Immediately the whole team moves there. Handle this Rick Plus. When the present is too dangerous. An explosion caused but no AI killed. Starface is here. However, Famil has yet to identify the enemy as AI. When but with identifiable characteristics. Both immediately attacked. I was chased by hunters. Even though they enjoy two tricks. This bike is still alive. It was stopped by hunters. Not enough hunters. It was a surprise to Starface. He uses two techniques at the same time. Very quickly the whole pie is shrunk inside. The egg is called Gentian. And the hunter in front. They are the blood of God. Founder of blood tactics. The North Star is called Raw Love. I can see the armor is good. So I want to adopt this baby as a student. But the important part Libra can't allow. But to make love change. Armor needs to show its strength. Is to defeat Gentazon. The egg is the final shape of the vampire. With normal robots cannot be. But the armor is bound in the barrier that Raw loves to create. If you don't beat. The days to come will be hard. But accidentally got the phone from the crush of Armor. I want to show it in front of women. Armor was serious immediately the egg was defeated. Armor has passed the exam enough. He is a disciple of radio. I only do that to the girl I have a crush on. Black visits White again. What makes Black wonder? I don't know if I've met Leo before. Because of the many memories. It's not Black rushing back into my head. It's time for Leo's analysis to be done. But you don't see anything. The curious Lao said to everyone. But get back people completely unknown. And Black went to see another being called the Spa. You two look very similar. So what's not Black is obvious. Night to come. Something happens when a plane goes out of control. Only when the agent comes. It's being covered. By serum. Controlled by someone. It's going straight to a crowded place. It was destroyed before its purpose was achieved. The debris from the plane that fell. Stopped by hammer. But Leo hasn't solved the terminology yet. You have to move down. That's when a tentacle comes to attack. The last 7 defeats. His true form also showed up next to him. Pressure plus Chris. Extreme horrible. You see, Leo is done. That's when Kia got a whole piece of candy. That's when Hammer comes and pulls Leo outside. When something is wrong with the building. Stay close and fight him. But somewhere strange is destroyed. The whole tower came from there. It's a strange light. White is now. Unconsciousness due to recurrent heart disease. And the armor met a new comrade. Named Z to the rescue. He looks a little strange in cosplay. The armor was sitting there. I almost went to see a naked chicken. The Kia also plays. Take a shot into the sky. Is the moment Gentian fell. The name Kia jumped. By the time Z attacks, it's too late. The two have become one. But the armor and the Z combine to form an explosion. Laotian Petal plunge down. Seal him in the cross. All of this. These are all tests given by Ryu. It should also end. It's time to leave. You will not bring your students back this time. That lets Z stay and learn. Libra is not happy. Said had to suffer. But this is normal for the Libra brothers. Black is talking to Fame. And Allegro when everything is a lie. Back to the past. The city was severely damaged. White in spite of the danger. Bring a gun for defense. But it's too late. Because the strange creature that found the brothers. To protect White, Black is willing to sacrifice himself. That's why I changed from normal Black. Become a pie. So this time Black wants White to do something. To save my brother. White had to take Leo's eyes. Because that's the fairest condition. To bring Black back to normal. Leo has to work every day. Things between his brother and his best friend made White remember the old memories. The twins are the pride of their parents. Even though they are two, they are one. But the Kia just want to eat a meal. But strange sudden attack. Leo and Vivian are lucky to escape. And that thing was stopped by the armor in time. It was inside. There's a dozen waiting outside. Finished processing. I don't know if I have to go to a restaurant to eat. But life is so bad. Everywhere they go, they're all monster bars. Time and time again, there's no food. But according to the analysis of what's considered a rock, it's called 1000 Brothers export from China. Trade with cheap quality. But the harm is high. But those things have been missing for a long time. I suspect something will happen. So the guy who was worried asked Libra for help with things. It moves at the same time. But on the side, there are not enough people to stop this. But this is a large-scale thing. Starface wants to refuse. But looking at the boss's face, he must have done it. Lip of 2 orders very trues. It's a very strong organization. He's the one who set up a barrier. It helps prevent collapse of this world. But there was a call. China made sample type. It's called the People's Elite. Durability and quality is quite good, so it sells well. What the purpose is, Paris still doesn't know. Leo and his 2 friends went around the county. I haven't found a restaurant to eat at yet. Because of all the weird places. I finally got a good restaurant. But before I could put it in my mouth, there was a fight. Out of options. All 3 had to move in search. But it's not all there. It is true that the Walla does not spare anyone at all. I can only drink at a normal restaurant. I'm on my way for a walk. Black was a girl in need of help. It looks good, so go to the spa. The Kia thought your father was the last boss. Immediately a guy gives a ticket to the Pluto. And Leo was called by White to the temple to talk. Black was there. But it's a pie shape. And White's purpose is to call Leo. To take away his eyes. Back to the past. The White family is very happy. White has no power. But the shy Black has. Even so, he's constantly being bullied by his friends. But Black doesn't use the power to make White very angry. But one day, while searching, White accidentally found a camera. Since then, White had a dream of becoming a photographer. But until the day, a bunch of kids want to borrow White's camera. Of course she lent them. Black doesn't accept that. So I stopped it. They don't need to be thrown in the water. No matter what, Black came to get it. You ended up in the hospital. White yelled at him for a fight. For White, it's just a small thing. So it's not necessary. That's why Black doesn't use his power. It's about the past. One time, Black used his power to shoot mud in White's face. But she didn't cry, she went to work. A new ball. Black doesn't use his power anymore. Until the day of the disaster. To protect. Black sacrificed himself to protect White. Now to do the opposite. So White had to take away Leo's holy eyes. Leo was immediately put on an eye lock. Leo fell into a coma. It's time for Black to take you. Black used his eyes. It's when a boundary is established. The world will collapse a second time. Before, Black went to White and took her to church. And used the same gun you gave me to kill White. White realized he was wrong. So he begged Sonic to save Leo. When the friend showed up, he called Leo up. But his body was weak. Leo couldn't move. Now outside, the whole city was covered in a strange fog. And agromes are rallying people together to stop and repair it. The border has been destroyed. With Lee Bra assigned to cooperate in the investigation, the final frontier is rapidly lost. The crew went to the other side of the world to find White. Because you are the last chance. The border has not been destroyed. It must be old. So, White has lived for the last 3 years with the border. Be more specific. White's true self is a thinking boundary. The murder of my sister is now 7. Because White used fog to cover his vision. Leo was forced to play a game. If you win, you can leave this place. Before the choice of 2 sides of the coin. That Leo played big didn't want to play this game. Then Leo was safely removed. Because that's the right answer to the law. When there are no conditions to respond to the desire. Leo's now Black remembers the time of the Great Depression. Right now, the fan gave Cho Black one last bouquet of pink flowers. As soon as Black eats at Leo's glasses, it is also removed. But Black has now completely lost control. It causes many strange phenomena. Monsters attack humans. Another bad day with Lisa. Black went back to the church and picked up the cross. When exiting, what Leo sees in front of him is a disaster. And you realize, White left the last video. Before White left for a ride. That gave Leo more motivation. You use your own power. I quickly found Black. But there are countless obstacles along the way. Was helped by the team next door. That Leo was going to run through the Nightmare Park. With feet. It's a crazy idea that has to be frozen in one place. That's when a bunch of monsters come around. It was immediately dealt with by a powerful tornado. But look at that determination not to give up. C can only help and the rest is up to Leo. Cloud met Black before Leo arrived. And immediately a big rock came. But Close is easily blocked. Is targeted to handle Black. So Black was picked up by the Cloud. But Cloud doesn't want to kill Black. However, the power is limited. Very fast Cloud is also seriously injured by Black. People who don't want to hear the sermon. A blue light appeared. It was also destroyed by the cloud. However, Black was so close that there was an explosion. The cloud is not dead. They both had a very intense fight in the air. But the cloud is no match for Black. Just as he was about to get a ticket to see Pluto, Leo. To stop stupid things. Made by Black. As expected. Inside the eye there are two forms of Black. That's when Leo called White's name. And then a light came out. When in front of White are beautiful memories. And finally White woke up. Inside my dreams. Leo wants to do all this for White. Bring Black back to normal. Black immediately had a severe headache. When White came near me. When I woke up, it was all over. This time the two of you are back having fun. Together. Eventually, the two of them came together to create the structural roots. The spa has returned to its true self. It was fun, but Leo lost his friend. That I love so much. Leo is the hero who saved the world. This movie is the end. If many views, I will review season 2 for you. Thank you very much. I have been supporting TV all this time.